Hey, BJ Peters here, and I'm super excited to share with you an easy peasy way to make some shaker cards. I love those shaker cards, but they always look just a little bit too hard for me to make on a regular basis. Well, Stampin' Up! Has made it easy for us by a brand new accessory that you're just gonna love. I got this card from my friend Connie, and it's just such a cute thing, and look it's a piece of art. It's got a little easel to it, and it just slides right here in that slit. So of course I had to make one of my very own, and this is the card I made, and my customers will be making this in my shaker card class, and you can check that out under my classes if I still have some available for you. So let me show you how it's done. You are just going to be amazed at truly how easy it is. First off, we're going to start off with our card base. So Pear Pizzazz, and I've used the Pendant Painted stamp set on mine, and it's the cut the long way like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in here up to 2 1/4 inches, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut a slit from the 2 3/4 inch mark to the 1 1/2 inch mark. So just like this, using that arrow, and that's the slit that we're going to have for our little easel. So there's the card front done. Then you are going to have to cut a few little pieces using the layering squares framelits. And let me tell you, having the layering squares framelits, yes, you can cut a square, but you can't cut a square to match this. I'm just saying, that's all I can tell you. So with a 3 1/2 inch square piece of, this is 40 Flamingo, you're going to use a 3 1/4 inch scallop, and I'm measuring from the outside of the framelit to the outside of the framelit. The next one you're going to do is you're going to create a frame with the basic black. So on the outside here I've got the 3 inch square, and on the inside a 2 3/8 inch square. And I found that I love the new base plate from Stampin' Up! My cutting plates don't warp as much, so I have used less and less the magnetic plate, even on those detail dies, ladies. But to hold this in place, here's a little secret. Use washi tape, just a piece of washi tape over the top, and you've got it. So this is the piece that we want right here, is that one. We'll set those aside. I've got my window sheet, 2 1/2 inches square, and I've got a 2 5/8 inch square of Whisper White that I cut out, and I've actually pre-stamped it using the Pendant Painted stamp set, and the greeting actually comes from a Bunch of Blossoms stamp set. And then here's another one. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So here's the outside, and let me show you how this works. This is actually the same one that you used on the basic black. You see how when I get these lined up, they actually lay right inside each other. That's what you're going to use to make this cute little frame with the scallop edges. And that's one of the things I love about the layering squares framelits. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is take my basic black piece here, and I'm going to put my Peekaboo Peach framelit around it, and I'm missing my corner punch. Here we go. I want to soften up the edges of this black just a bit. There we go. Here we go. You can maybe hear my puppy barking a little bit. He's mad at me because the other day when I was shooting a video, he decided that he was going to run around like a crazy man and actually even bumped my table. Now I'm going to use a little bit of the fine tip glue pen here. It's got a little bit on the end there. And this works perfectly just to run just a tiny little strip around here. All right, and then I'm going to place that right on here like that. There we go. All right, now what I need to do is I need to get my window sheet on here. So that's the next piece. So here we go with that. And what I'm going to use for that is actually glue dots. And you want them way out here at the edge. So just press them down on there like that. So he's kind of mad at me up there, isn't he? Oh well, he'll be okay for a few more minutes. All right, get that down there like that. All right, perfect. Now here comes the magic. We need to use these new foam adhesive strips from Stampin' Up. Look at how many you get. They're all just tiny little strips. And you probably use the edges too, or the outside or the bones. Look at, so this is one strip, and it's two-sided adhesive just like our dimensionals are, but it's actually a little bit higher than dimensionals, so you get really superb height for your shaker cards. My little trick that I want to share with you is I run my fingers along the edges, because you know when you get adhesive, sometimes you get adhesive kind of over the edges where you don't want it. In this place you don't want it because you don't want your shaker parts to stick to the edges. So I just soften that up by using the oils on my finger to rub along the edge there. So not on the sticky side. The sticky side is here and underneath, just on this edge. Now watch, this is just so cool. Look at how easy this is going to go. So I'm going to take this, no cutting needed. I'm going to bend it right around the corner here, keeping it on the outside of the window. Bend it right around that corner. And one more time, right here, just like that. Perfect. I'm going to have a little bit of a gap. Can't have that gap because otherwise what's going to happen is my shaker parts are going to come out. So I just need to fill it with just a little piece here. Let's see, about that much. That's what I need. Oh, maybe a little bit too big. There we go. We'll sneak it just like that. Perfect. Just make sure you got it pressed down really well. And that's as easy as it's going to get. Now I'm just going to take off this outside adhesive and this little piece here, and I'm ready to go. I'm really ready to put my shaker parts right in there. All right. So I've got some sequins here, and these happen to be the metallic sequins. I'm going to put some right in there. I don't know, a few. Maybe there's 20, 25 in there, something like that. You don't want too many, but you want enough that it's going to look pretty super cute. Now I'm going to take my pre-stamped piece and I'm going to put it right over the top, just like that. And notice that I've got some of the foam adhesive strips sticking out. It doesn't matter, it's going to be fine because now we're going to put on this backing. I'm using a little fast fuse to make sure it sticks well. I'm going to put it on the oh, look at this little piece came out, and my shaker parts are going to come out if I don't fix that. So let's get that tucked back in there. There we go. Put it right on here on my Flirty Flamingo piece. There we go. Oh, it's looking pretty super cute. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love it. All right, so remember there was a work of art. So the next piece that you're going to need is a 1" by 7 3/4 inch piece of, in this case I'm using the Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to score it at 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 7, and I'm going to fold it like this to make that easel. Use a little fast fuse again. There we go. And let's make sure this is the down side. So I'm going to use a little fast fuse here. And I bump that just to make do the discount double check right there. There we go. And there's my little easel. Look at that. Pretty cute, huh? Look at, and then let's just put it right onto our card base just like that. Slide the back part of that in. There it goes, just like that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I can't imagine how fun it's going to be for somebody to get this and leave it sitting on their desk. So thanks for stopping by. You can buy all of these products in my online store, stampinbj.com, and actually there are tutorials for the shaker cards as well. So I hope you take advantage of that and enjoy the shaker cards. They are so much fun and they're such a special gift. Thanks. Have a great day.